Good morning and welcome. This is Sunrise, the first sunrise of the year of 2020. Happy New Year with Dr. Surjit Khanna. It's a news bite for anybody ages 10 to 25 and is brought to you by Khanna for Kids, KHANNA Kids. And it's a good morning message. It's a short snippet of the news just for today's youth. We're on every Monday, every Wednesday and Friday, a little bit after 9 o'clock. And you please join us and invite your friends at facebook.com, Khanna, the number 4 kids. So the website is Khanna 4 kids with FOR, and Facebook is the number 4. Dr. Khanna is an attorney, a child safety advocate, a servant of the underserved, and he's a champion of the nonprofit Voice of the Kids. But we've all been very busy with his recently launched post-incarceration Juvenile Justice Reformation Act initiative. And we call that in short his returningyouth.com campaign. That's returningyouth.com. His initiative provides post-incarcerated young adults with housing, training, along with the required medical psychological assistance needed to secure a job, to build a career, and greatly improve their lives. As a matter of fact, this week, we had a press conference launching the very first location, which is in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And we also had our holiday dinner. So we have a lot to talk about. We have Nicole McIsaac, she's joining us as she does frequently as a co-host, and we have her special guest also. But I'm going to let Dr. Khanna introduce him. Good morning, Dr. Khanna.
Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Bill. And good morning, audience. And wish you all a happy new year. Indeed, this is the first sunrise of this year. And if you all don't know, this is the start of the third decade of the millennium. That is 2021, January 1st, is the third decade of this millennium. I'm very excited that we are here together today, and we have the wonderful young adult Bill in our show today. As we start the new year, the very first thing I would like, let's get down to our knees to thank God we are on our feet. May you have a prosperous new year. May the new year you with health, wealth, and happiness. May you fill your new year with adventures, accomplishments, and learnings. And I would like to wish everyone a happy new year now and always. Let us get out of this color, creed, and religion. That's why what I chose today to let everybody know that all religion have the same message to give to every humanity. The years beginning in a time filled with self-reflection and self-improvement, but more importantly, a time when we could all use each other to encourage each other and remain self-motivated. As in the Bible says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope." Jeremiah 29:11. And also in Bhagavad Gita, it says, whatever happened, happened for good. Whatever is happening for good. Whatever will happen also for good. Also in Quran it says, He is the Lord of the heavens and the earth and everything that is between them. Worship Him alone and remain steadfast in His worship. Do you know any whose name is worthy to be mentioned side by side with His? That is Quran verse 1965. Last but not the least, is a Hebrew from Genesis 1:01, the Torah. It says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So all these things, what does it mean to us in this New Year's? In this New Year, it means that we all are equal. We all are the son of one Father, the Supreme Father. So today, I would really like all of you, especially the young adults, please thank your parents, please thank your teachers, please thank everybody and appreciate what they have done in the past 2020 for you so that you are what you are today. And let us hope that this New Year's become the best year in the millennium's um, for the third decade. I mean, so Bill, what you think about this new year different than the year we just passed, 2020? How do you want to see this New Year's to move forward?
Um, I think that we should, try to put our best foot forward, try to, acknowledge that we went through a quite arduous year last year. And we made it out on the other end. There with a lot of the bad that came from last year, we found ways to make, important strides in art and medicine and all sorts of different fields and aspects of life, so that we should just kind of refute like all the negative and try to embrace the positive that came from it, and just take that momentum and push it forward into the new year.
Excellent. That's a very, very excellent way to look at it. Everything negativity came out of 2020 should be transformed in positivity and go forward. Because whatever happened during the pandemic, if we could navigate and if we could succeed in 2021, we just stepped in, then we can do it. If we could have done that, we can do it now. So, Nicole, thank you very much for joining us today with your wonderful smile, as always, with a different hairstyle this morning. What message would you like to give to your peers? And most importantly, because this particular SunrRise is dedicated towards the post-incarcerated young adults, those who are coming out of incarceration, and especially the underserved community, what type of message would you like to give them?
Yeah, so I think especially about the New Year's, it kind of borderlines what Billy was just talking about. I think it's really important to emphasize that it is a new year. You do get that fresh start. And despite all the amazing accomplishments or all of the, pain and suffering that came with 2020, that it is a new year. It's a new outlook and it's a fresh start. So you can accomplish anything you want to. You can set goals for yourself, whether that be on a small scale or more of a large scale. And you have another opportunity, another shot. So I think it's really important to emphasize that it's a fresh start. It's a new start. So that's very important going into 2021.
No, absolutely, Nicole. That's a very good, great message. And I would like to tell everybody that if we could survive 2020, we can survive any other years coming forward to us, because 2020 was challenging, and it was not an easy task, but we made it. If we made it, we can make 2021. What do you think, Gary?
Well, 2020, I think you can encapsulate it in a simple story that shows that the ball drop in Times Square, the police kept everybody out. But you know what? They had a perimeter. Do you know what? Thousands of people showed up at the perimeter, maybe just for a glimpse, because they said, okay, well, we can't get inside. We don't care. We want to celebrate. So we'll stay outside of the police lines. So I think that shows a little bit of hope of people wanted to celebrate. They want to move forward. People are tired of the lockdowns. People are tired of the bad news, and they want to move forward. So I think that's a good. I thought that was a very interesting story in USA Today about people's hope to move forward. We have a lot of things that we're trying to move forward with. We're going to be changing the culture city by city. We're excited about that. So 2021 for us is going to be a huge year. We've got a lot of things in place, but we're going to actually get things. We're going to we've put the foundation, but now we're going to put the building on.
Thank you, Gary. Bill, one other question: do you know what kind of initiative we are doing with the post-incarcerated young adults?
I'm a little familiar with it. I've been paying attention, watching Nicole on these different Zooms and everything a little bit. So I've been kind of.
What is your opinion about 2021? How do you think this initiative can take off?
With post-incarcerated youth?
Correct.
Um,
Do you think it is a good idea? Do you think they should take advantage of it?
I think that if you put positivity out into the universe, you'll get positivity back. And, you know, I think that there's a lot of good that can be done with, you know, such a program. And, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it definitely has its, you know, positive effects if, you know, like I said, if you're putting positivity out there aimed at a specific cause, you know, you're more than likely gonna see positive results.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bill. Nicole, I know you are hosting the Inspire, and you are also co-hosting sometimes the SunrRise and also the radio show, and you are very much deeply involved in this initiative, promoting this initiative. What do you think this initiative can do to all these post-incarcerated young adults and give a hope? Do you think they can really feel the hope we are going to give them?
Yeah, I think definitely for sure. This initiative grants hope to post-incarcerated young adults and gives them kind of a vision of what, you know, and vision to supporting them to be back on their feet and gives them the life they deserve. And I think it also is important to emphasize, since this is a New Year's episode, that all of the success that the initiative has achieved in 2020 alone. And, you know, like I kind of mentioned earlier, this is a fresh start. This is a new year. So I think, you know, speaking for myself, and not only, I can definitely speak for you guys, how excited we are for all the success to come in 2021 alone, after seeing so much success with this initiative in 2020. So I think it provides hope for us, but not only it provides hope for post-incarcerated young adults, and, you know, gives them that support that they need after prison.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I really wanted to thank you, Nicole, for putting up with all this wonderful messages, posting it. And more importantly, I would like to thank Gary for mastering this initiative and taking it to every doorstep he could do it. And he has done a wonderful thing. Gary, would you like to share a little bit about exactly what happened in 2020 and what are Nicole said there were some success stories with this initiative. We launched in a couple of places already, and we are about to start. We encouraged few celebrities to this. So could you share a little bit about it?
Well, the year in review for the initiative was a very successful year, I would say. First of all, we were able to build up your website. We were able to secure time on an existing radio show. We were consistent on that radio show 3 days a week for about, I'm going to guess, 6 months. But then the opportunity came up for us to have our own radio show, which was pretty exciting. That's the Dr. Khanna Returning Youth radio show every Friday from 3 to 4 o'clock. It'll be on today. And that radio show goes out to over 30 million homes. So we've been able to accomplish that. We have rented a place in New Jersey. So that's going to be our first place that we're working on in terms of getting actual youth in there. We've been able to, from a technical point of view, do the Zoom, but now we broadcast literally into 6 channels. We're on 6 channels, 3 Facebook, 2 Twitter, and 2 YouTube channels right now as we're speaking. And we're so that's a great success. We were able to do, oh, I'm going to say 5 at least press releases, and we've done 3 press conferences: New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. So we did a successful press conference. We had a successful and we had some great dinners last night, not the night before, for the holiday dinner. We want to thank Bartolo Drago from Bartolo Hudson Valley Foods, bartolosfoods.com, and that was a success. We've been able to make some contacts in Harlem, which is a key area for the African American community, because that's really what we're looking at. And we have a video we want to show. And I just think that things are moving faster and faster. We can all sense it, that things are kind of coming together and moving faster. So keep your seatbelts fastened.
Thank you very much, Gary, for highlighting the whole year 2020. So in spite of our pandemic, we could launch this wonderful initiative for the young adults, especially post-incarcerated, so that we can bring them out and also make them mentally free from mental incarceration. So that was the wonderful thing which we could do in 2020. We launched it, and now in 2021, we should just move forward. Just like I always said, 2020 ended with 0, but everything starts with 0. And then you climb 1, 2, 3, right? So that's the first step is this year. The first step is to give everybody a second chance. So giving everybody a second chance is very important. That's why I see young adults like Billy and Nicole, everybody requests a second chance. And Billy, I'm really proud of you that you are supporting this initiative, and you just graduated from your undergrad and you are stepping into a master's program. That means what? That means a lot. That means you are entering into a mastery, okay? And you are there to give. You said you wanted to be a teacher, correct? So that's what we want to teach these young adults, okay? Well, make sure that in your school, you do admit me and Gary, because we are young adults too, all right? And we would like to be learning, because every day is the learning. And by saying that, Gary, you have a video to present?
Yes, we're pretty excited about this. It's a relatively significant person from Harlem. He has his own webpage on Wikipedia, but he is credited with starting the hip hop movement. It's pretty exciting.
Wow.
I am going to share that with you, and we're going to watch a video here. And it's about 2 minutes. Thank you. And here we go.
Abiodun Oyewole is the youngest. Abiodun Oyewole is the youngest founding member of the legendary trio, The Last Poets. He is also a published author, a recorded poet and singer, a mentor, an educator, a motivational speaker, and he still performs internationally. Credited with being the fathers of rap, the Last Poets were revolutionaries who inspired many to fight against injustice worldwide, including Nelson Mandela and the ANC in fighting South African apartheid. In the early 70s, Abiodun was an incarcerated felon in his struggle against American apartheid. This is what he says about Dr. Khanna's Returning Youth Program.
I'm Abiodun Oyewole, and I am supporting Dr. Khanna's Returning Youth Organization. And I think it is very important, it's very vital that young men who have been incarcerated have an opportunity to reshape their lives and to have a chance to develop a path that's not going to lead them back to prison. I was incarcerated, so I personally understand the whole concept of being incarcerated. And many folks come out of prison, they do unfortunately have a tendency to get caught up in things and send them back. It would be more than wonderful if the outside society would recognize the need to stop recidivism, or the way to stop recidivism is to give support to those young men who have served time, who paid the price for whatever crime it was that they committed. This program by Dr. Khanna, I believe, is necessary and very important for the development of our folks. Too many black youth spend too many years locked up behind prison bars, and it breaks my heart to see this trend continuing. I hope and pray that there will be more Dr. Connors to show up in the near future, because prisons are opening their doors, they're not closing them.
Thank you very much, Gary, for this wonderful message. I think this really starts our foot for the entrance of 2021 for the young adults in our community and in this country. So thank you again. Gary, take us out.
Very much. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, a little bit after 9 o'clock. Please join us at facebook.com at Khanna for Kids with the number 4, Khanna for Kids. And his website you can see is right here on the left, Khanna, the number, not the number 4, but FOR Kids. We appreciate it. And Nicole, thank you very much for joining us. We thank you, Billy, for joining us. Please join us today at 3 o'clock for Dr. Connor's Returning Youth radio show. We're on at 3 p.m. today from 3 to 4. And we're going to be talking about what we've done in the year and our plans for the new years. We're going to go into a little bit more detail. Again, if you want to contact us or be on this show or on the radio show, please, or even on the SunrRise, or even Inspire with Nicole and Valley, contact us at contactk.com. Contactk.com. And if you want to call Dr. Connor, it's at 302-746-2311. That's 302-746-2311. Give us a call. Join us on the SunrRise show. Join us on the Inspire show, and join us on our radio. Happy New Year. God bless.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Nicole,
God bless. Nicole, thank you. Billy, thank you. And Gary Scorano, thank you very much. And thank you, everybody. Happy New Year. God bless.